All right. Okay. Literally, it's no pressure. I'm your host, Bang on Bug, and we got a special guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi everyone. My name is Tayo, and I own a blog on clothing line. It's called Romewares, Rome and Wares.
You seem a little nervous over there. You nervous? Okay. Tell me where you originally from.
Okay, I'm originally from Nigeria, and I moved to Baltimore like 3 years ago. And I do come to ATL all the time, like for vacation, because I work. So whenever I have to do vacation, I come down here because I like it a lot here.
Okay. So did you grew up with both your parents?
Yeah, I grew up with both of my parents.
And so what's your relationship like with your dad? Are y'all close or
Like what you mean?
like are y'all like you know how some people be like best friends and sometimes
Yeah.
you call your dad, he just might be like, "What's
Oh,
up?" Like y'all like talk, y'all close or
actually, yeah, I'm close with both of my parents. But at first, I was close with my mom because dad is kind of like African parent. Like African dads are kind of like strict, so we had to stay down a little bit. But as time goes on, when I was in the union, we started getting so close. So and now we like pretty much close.
okay. So is this true? Like I heard like most Africans they want they kids to be like engineers and doctors and
Yeah, that's true. While growing up, like they used to say to everyone, I'd be like, "Oh, I want you to be doctors, lawyers, and stuff like that." Actually, I actually wanted to be I actually wanted to be a doctor, but eventually, I actually studied microbiology and I have my BS in microbiology. So it's at some point like the way everything keeps going. They also know like it can be like their own days. So now they tend to understand and know that okay, it can't be like our own days, and these kids got to do what they got to do. So now they just give the support as much as they can.
yeah. Actually, it was like it's like an African comedian, and she was basically saying that and. Her mom was like proud because she became successful, even though she looked down on it, but she was proud when she got successful. I guess that's how it go. As long as you do well, they okay with it.
Exactly, that's the point. Like you just gotta make them proud, and African parent tries to like prevent you from tarnishing their image and their names and stuff. So they try to make you go on the right path. But if you know what you're doing, at the end of the day, you're gonna make them proud.
Okay, so what would you say your most traumatic experience you had as a child?
Dramatic experience.
Yeah.
Um, uh, Let me see. There's really none that I can remember right now. Um, no, no, I can't remember any like right now.
Okay, so is it a time that you kind of doubted that you could like be a successful brand, or did you always believe?
Actually, I actually doubted myself the first like 6 months. I doubted myself a lot, but I have a couple of people around. Fine, like I'm gonna say out of like 100% of people I have around, like I'm gonna say like 95% of the people like don't tend to like give you the support that you actually supposed to get. Like sometimes you'll be like, oh, these are the kind of people that's supposed to like have your back, but at the end of the day, you see, oh, it's not even up to what you expect. So you just have to understand people have their own things to do too and all that. So um, I actually doubted myself, but I had these few people around that encourages me all the time. So now I'm good, but then I did, yeah, I doubted myself.
Okay, so if if your clothing line like if it like failed, like would you just do like the schooling thing, or like would you just try another brand, or what would you do?
Actually, I don't see my brand fading away at all, but if it does, probably I've moved on to something much more better. That's what I feel. I'm probably doing way more better. So, but I don't see my brand actually fading away for any reason because I see it like going to a whole different level very soon.
Yeah, one thing I notice about like clothing, everything that's overpriced never goes out of style, but everything affordable it goes out of style. Have you thought about that? Like keeping it like higher price?
Yeah, but people expect for the fact that your brand is not like other big brands like Versace and stuff. They expect you to give the very very low price and not considering what you put into what you invested into the whole brand. If you consider all those, you definitely um, kind of have a little bit of um, high price. It's not gonna be that high, but you still gotta be affordable.
Okay. So have you thought about some brands too like they'll have a clothing line where it's like cheap, and then they'll have something else where they'll start another line with like all the high price stuff. So would you do something like that, or you just gonna keep everything like the
For
same price?
now, I think I'm just gonna keep everything the same. Though I can like always do some like collection that's gonna be different, but I'm gonna keep everything the same.
Okay, so who would you say has been your biggest hater and your biggest supporter?
I actually don't have any haters at all. I don't, I everybody's. I love everybody around me, even if you actually not close to me. I still love you from distance, so I don't see anybody that I hate at all. And I think everybody, like my whole family, I think they are like my best and my greatest supporter.
Okay, so has anybody ever gave you like misleading information like to grow your brand?
Yeah, a whole lot. I'm not gonna lie, a whole lot.
Give me like an example of some.
Okay, yeah. When I first moved, like I said, when I first started trying to look into doing my clothing line in Baltimore, I connected with a couple of people, but most of them just accept the money for consultation and don't give me what they promised to. Some stop picking up my calls, some don't text back, some say they're out of the country, a whole lot of stuff like that. They don't give me the information they tend to give after paying. And some they're not gonna come to you straight out. They want you to pay for something. They're just gonna try to avoid you or give you a whole lot of bad bad information, and then you just waste your time on that. But at the end of the day, I found out that it's better if you do your own research. Go online. Everything is basically online. You just don't know it. But if you go online and dedicate your time, you're gonna find what you're looking for.
Okay, so has anybody ever like stolen an idea from you?
Actually, I'm not gonna say somebody has done that, but because while I'm thinking about doing something or while I'm working on something, I never can tell what is in the other person's mind. They might actually be doing the same. So they're releasing their own collections. I might think, oh, this person actually stole my stuff, but it might not really be like that. So I try not to judge like that. I try to control myself. I don't think they stole my stuff. I actually just assume, okay, fine. Maybe while I'm working on it, they're doing the same.
Okay, so do you have a moment in your life where you felt like giving up, and like what kept you going?
Yeah, when I first started, as I said the other time, like I almost gave up. So I think I had these people around. As I said, my family that like I'm this special friends around. This very few friends. They try to let me know. They check up on me all the time. I'm like, oh, don't. It's definitely gonna be fine. It's just a matter of time, and not the name itself of the brand is Rome word, and the reason why I actually say I actually give it Rome words is because when you read about Rome, there's this saying about it that Rome wasn't built in a day. So block by block, you're just gonna build an empire. You can't just wake up one morning and just blow up. You can't just wake up one morning and just do everything and start getting good result. It takes time. Everything takes time. You just gotta know is a step. It's one step at a time. So that's basically what keeps me going. I just remember, oh, this is my brand, and I say nothing can happen overnight. Rome wasn't built in a day. So that's just what keeps me going all the time.
Okay, so once you built your brand up to like maybe like $100 brand, would you sell it? Like if somebody say, "Hey, we'll give you 300 million for your brand,"
No,
you
no.
gonna keep it?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it because I feel it's something like if I have kids or something, or I have younger one, my niece or nephew and stuff that might have interest in it. I want to take it from wherever I tend to stop. So I don't think it's okay for me to just sell it.
Okay. So do you make like kid clothes or it's all like
Right,
adult?
right now I don't make kid clothes generally, but if you want me to make it for you, I definitely will. But I don't just make kids clothes and keep them to sell. Actually, I make kids clothes on demand.
Okay.
Yeah, just
Special orders.
yeah, special orders.
Okay. So do you have what's your biggest regret so far in life?
I actually don't have no regret. I just feel whatever happens, I'm just gonna say I'm just gonna feel that like that mistakes, no regrets.
Okay. When is the last time you cried about something?
Ah, I'm gonna say few months ago.
And
Few months ago.
if you don't mind telling us what was it about? And
No, that's perfect.
okay, okay. Um, okay, so give me like okay, like an advice for a person who might be depressed or going through something tough. Like, what can they do to try to, I guess, look for like better days, or what would you say they should do?
I'm just gonna advise somebody going through depression to believe in themselves. They should try to put in something in their daily activity. They try to do something. They can just pick up a notebook and a pen, write down what you want to do, like your goals and stuff, and the way you can work towards it on a daily basis. That kind of way, you're not gonna be idle, sitting down, thinking and being depressed and stuff. But if you can write down stuff and wake up every morning, go go after your goals and stuff, you're definitely gonna like pass through that stage. And if you're lucky, you can find people that are there to listen. You talk to them, they listen to you, and they're not gonna mislead you, they comfort you and stuff. Then you should be good.
Okay, so would you say love is a distraction to your purpose in life, or is it more of a benefit to you?
To me personally,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's more of a benefit.
So you in love now?
Yeah, I have a family. I'm married.
Oh, you
So
married?
yeah, I'm married.
Oh, that's what's up, then. That's what's up. I won't be able to tell. You know how some women, the way they talk, you can tell in there. But that's what's up. Okay, so what would you say like your biggest pet peeve about like being married? Like, is it anything that's like the best and worst thing about being married?
The thing is, marriage is is something that I feel people gotta understand that both parties gotta meet on equilibrium. You gotta sacrifice a whole lot of things, and the other person gotta do the same. That is the only way you guys can work something out. But if one party doesn't want to like sacrifice anything, you can't expect the other party to like sacrifice their own stuff, just to make everything work. So you gotta work hand in hand and communicate and stuff. So that's what I feel. If you see somebody, if your partner doing something you don't like, just call the person's attention, let them know, oh, yo, this is what's going on. I don't like it. Oh, yeah, I think we could work something out. We could do like this. We could do like that. And that way, if as I said, if they're both willing to sacrifice, they probably will meet on equilibrium and work something out.
Okay, so what could your partner do to be like this shit is over?
Actually, I've never thought about it, and I really can't tell for real.
Oh, so cheating, you'll forgive cheating?
That's the point. Like I can't say until I'm in the shoes. So for now, I can't say. And sometimes you just we people we assume, and also we judge. So sometimes your partner ain't cheating, but you think they're cheating. So that alone can like affect the relationship. But if you just focus on you guys and don't even have the negative vibe that your partner is cheating until you see that, oh, this person is cheating for real, then you know what to do by that at that point.
You can always have a private investigator.
No, that's you see, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
that's stressful. It's gonna be stressful to you, and at the end of the day, you might just push your partner. If the person ain't cheating, you're just gonna push the person to start cheating because it shows how much you don't trust the person.
I'm saying they ain't gonna know though. The private investigator, they so good.
They're definitely gonna know at some point. You know, you never can tell how it's gonna turn out. So if it turn out bad, then you caused it.
Okay, so is it a moment in your life where you ever question God?
No, I've never questioned God. Like I somewhat believe in Him, and I feel if that's why I say I don't have no regret. If anything happens and I'm supposed to regret, if I instead of me to regret, I'll just take it as a mistake and try to like correct myself and take a better step.
Okay, so who do you miss the most, and what do you miss the most?
I'm gonna say I miss my family back in Nigeria, and I miss that's just what's up. Like I just miss my families and friends back in Nigeria. That's it.
So, who is your favorite comedian from Nigeria?
I have a whole lot, but I'm gonna say basketball. Yeah, and let me just say AY comedian and basketball. Both of them I really, I really like fuck with them. I like them a lot.
Okay, so if two Nigerians come over and get married and have kids, do you still consider those kids Nigerian if they born here? If both of their parents from over there?
Actually, they're not Nigerian because they're probably gonna be a U.S. citizen, so they're not Nigerian. But at the same time, you gotta let them know where they come from. So they're not just gonna grow up without knowing where their parents are originally from.
Okay, what's the most uncomfortable conversation you had to have with your parents and with your husband?
I'm gonna say, talking about, relocating to U.S. It's something like the most comfortable thing.
Did your mom cry when you said it?
Actually, she didn't cry because, she travels so she can like, always come around. So she didn't cry, but I've been traveling like a little bit before I relocated here, so it's something she's kind of like used to.
Okay, and what about your husband?
Yeah, we together. We together. He's here with me. We came down here together. So, talking about coming here, doing something different and pursuing the goals and all. It's the most comfortable conversation that we've had with my parents.
So over there, like, do y'all believe in like multiple wives over there, or?
Yeah, there's some like Muslim. I'm a Muslim, so Muslims believe in marrying four wives. Like that's the way, and they only book the Quran. But things are changing, so most people like women doesn't want to take that, and some men tend to understand that it's having two wives is like you trying to set a trap for yourself because women are stressful, so you want to have two women at the same time. They both want to have it to themselves 100%. So how do you want to do that?
I mean, if you get a woman who will obey, you know what I'm saying, which is hard to find, I don't think it'll be, if she passive and she obey, it wouldn't be. But most women ain't like this. So.
Exactly, that's it. So even if one obeys, the other one might not. So that is gonna be the problem in the whole relationship. If one doesn't obey, it's a big problem.
Okay. I mean, I guess like women who maybe like prostitutes, like you know how pimps get them to obey and do whatever they say. So it have to be them kind of women that
Exactly.
that it'll work on.
Exactly.
Okay, so is it a song that you hear and it'll make you break down?
Yeah, like a couple of songs that makes me think about my childhood.
So they not American, they like African songs?
Yeah, the African songs.
What's the name of one of them?
They used to be three, but now they speed up. They're Plantation Boys. So But right now they split up. The only one that's still everywhere that people still know much is Two Face is one of them.
Okay. So I guess I'm gonna talk a little bit about like some stuff on the internet. So it was Ohio woman who was shot by her baby's father, but instead of calling the police, she got on Instagram Live. So, what you think about this story?
The thing is, all I'm gonna say is you gotta keep your business out of the internet. Like they're not gonna do anything. They're just gonna say some. They're just gonna say negative things mostly. So you don't need that kind of vibes around you. You just keep your phone away and sit in your living room and sort your stuff out. You don't need to put it online because they're not gonna do anything at the end of the day.
Okay, so what's something you've been accused of? I guess besides cheating, something you've been accused of that you didn't do.
um, I can't think of any right now.
Okay, so what's a friend that only comes around or a family member only come around when they want something?
I don't have any family members that come around when they want something because all my families are good, like they're comfortable and they come. When you have a contentment, you tend to have everything that I have is okay with you. So none of my families actually come to me when they need something because they're basically okay, they're fine, they're working and they're good. But you know, definitely there's some friends that come like that. Definitely there's some friends that come like that. Only when they need you, they're just gonna eat you up and be like, oh yo, I need this, I need that. Which is normal because like it's normal nowadays. It's rare for you not to see it. So if you can give, fine. If you can't give, then you just gotta let them know.
Okay, so is this true about like how they say Africans don't like American blacks? And what they say that it's like a lot of people don't really like the blacks here is like even if they black in another country, they feel like I'm not that black, like I'm not American black, like it's like an insult or something.
Actually, I'm gonna say I've noticed that it's both ways. Like as I said, I met me relocating here has been very tough. Like it was very tough. Nobody want to speak with you. No one want to speak to you or do anything with you. They feel oh you're not part of us and that's it. You just have to. As far as you're here for the goal, what you want to achieve. Then you don't let that distract you. But in Nigeria, they actually don't feel so. In total honesty, they see Americans as like blacks like themselves. That's how they see black Americans. That is why most people want to come over here, and they feel it's gonna be like, oh, we're the same. But sometimes when you get here, most of the time it's not the same. They make you see that oh, we're not the same. Sometimes where you're gonna meet some of them, which will show you big love. So I feel it's not about Nigerian American something. It's just about the personality. You can meet anybody from anywhere that's gonna show you the big love, and you can meet even your main Nigerian people that won't want to like show you love at all. So it's not about American Nigerian or something. It's just the personality, individual personality.
Okay, so what you feel like the biggest like cultural like difference is with like the families, like what's like the or like what different a difference in the family culture and like what's something we might have in common.
I think there's really I can't say anything that's really of much of the same interest. Well, I think now these days, Nigerian men tend to have one and have baby mamas, and that happened here too. So that is one thing I feel like it's kind of like the same. That it's kind of like common, but when it comes to like culture, I think Nigeria is kind of like deep in culture. It's like very deep in culture. So I can't really place anything that is the same that we have in common like that.
Well, we don't really have no culture. They like they
Exactly.
deleted all this shit.
Exactly. That's how I
Yeah.
say I don't really see anything like that.
Okay, so as far as abortions, like is your family like against it, or like all Africans against it, or what?
Actually, I and my family, I've never talked about it, but I've been from a Muslim home. We like I'm just gonna say that they definitely not gonna like support it. And on the other side, in Africa, in whole and in Nigeria in whole, I think some people don't mind. You know, when it happens. But if it's something you can avoid, you should just avoid it. That's the reason why we have family planning and stuff. So
Yeah.
I feel you can just use family planning instead of like waiting to get pregnant before you take it off.
I just heard too. They passed some type of law like if you
In
rape.
Texas,
No, it was in it's an African law. Something like if you rape a child or something, you get castrated.
yeah, it's been like that way back, but it doesn't really happen. I'm gonna say the truth. Like I'm gonna be frank, it doesn't really happen like that. Most of the time, even though I'm not in Nigeria right now, I read it online on Instagram and stuff. That post people like old people like 50 something raping like 10-year old or less kids. You know, it's painful. It's hard to hear that kind of thing, and sometimes they just go scot free, and sometimes they have to like do some sort of like campaign online or some follow up and stuff before they can actually do something about it. If they don't do stuff like campaign and stuff online, that's just how the person is just gonna go. And you know, at the end of the day, you might see the same person doing it to another person, to another child, because they did it the other day and nothing happened. So it doesn't really work like that in Nigeria. That's how they say it is, but still it doesn't really work like that if you don't like follow up with it and make sure the person is being like worked on.
So it don't be like a family, like or like a neighborhood thing where they try to make the guy accountable or like stone. I seen videos where they were stoning people.
Yeah, sometimes that's what I say. It's only when people like kind of like um attend to it. That's when you call attention to people. If you don't do that, that's it. That's just how it's gonna go. You know, the person is definitely gonna run, and sometimes they feel like they're gonna do it and nothing's gonna happen because due to the economy and a couple of things that are unstable in Nigeria, they just feel they can do such and go. But thank God these days, they tend to like make them pay for whatever they do.
Okay, so when your husband wanted to, I guess get married, did he talk to your parents, or y'all was just like, let's just do it?
We definitely gotta talk about it first before taking it to the parent, because we gotta know what we really want to do before taking it to the parent. So we actually talked about it before taking it to the parent.
So if a child does that, like, does his parents like, will it make them like not want to deal with you, or like like how do they react to it if you don't tell them?
If you don't tell them and you just get married, I think it all depends on the kind of parents. Some parent will understand and some parent won't. You know, it all depends on the individual.
Okay, so tell me about like the brand, like as far as like how people can like find it, and where you want to take the brand to like in the next like 5 years.
Actually, I feel I actually pray all the time and I work towards making sure my brand go worldwide. There are a whole lot of people in this world, and fine, there are a whole lot of like clothing line too, but still we have different people, different audiences. So regardless, we all gonna make it because the market is so big. So I think in like next 5 years, I should, my brand should be everywhere. That's the goal, because or right now I'm working like with people here, ambassadors and stuff, and I'm trying to do much more of things. And at the same time, I have a couple of Nigerian celebrities that rock my stuff, and I feel it's the quality is good, the quality is over quantity, so they like the fuck with it so much, and we tend to do much more stuff together, like to future to do stuff like rumors and some Nigerian celebrities.
Yeah, so I think is Michael Blackson. Is he from Nigeria, or
Yeah.
you like his comedy?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna categorize him as American.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't mention him the other time. easier. So he's American comedian.
Yeah, he say he been here since like a child, so you
Yeah, I
consider
guess
that
so.
pretty much American.
Mhm.
Okay, so call out your handles and we gonna get up out of here.
Okay. Rome Warriors on Instagram, on Twitter, RomeWears. Rome Warriors on Instagram and on Twitter.
And one more question: why should somebody pick Rome wear if they go to the store? They see Rome wear and rocker wear. Why should they pick Rome wear?
Yeah, because the brand, as I said, Rome, it's coined and derived from the saying that Rome wasn't built in a day. So if you need something that is gonna like motivate you, you want to rock a brand that you can say, oh, this is the meaning of the brand. It's something that you can really relate to. So that is one of the reasons why you could like pick Rome words anytime, and you're so sure that you're getting something of good quality. And if you want something simple, we got it. If you want something a little bit of noisy, it's there. So any of your choice is mixed up, which we can like the brand will try to make sure you can relate to with the brand, no matter who you are or where you're from. So that's it.
Okay, so we gonna leave out of here and we gonna get to the next guest and we'll be right back.